Hey artists, today we're making these beautiful circle trees. Follow along with me and I'll show you all the steps to create your own. All right, the first thing I want to do is choose a color of paper, like a bright color of paper to be my background. I ended up choosing this light green, but any bright color of paper will do. Then we're going to take some brown paper and we're going to create a tree. And so what I like to do is just grab a pencil and just kind of have our tree trunk go up a little, so I keep it the same width at the bottom and then have it just go up a little bit like that. And then cut up here like this. So that way my tree goes from bigger at the bottom to more narrow at the top. We can also cut some triangle shapes out of the bottom to show like the bottom of the tree where the roots go in the ground. That looks kind of cool too. So I just cut some triangles out of the bottom. Now we're going to take our glue stick and put glue on the side that has the pencil lines. Take that glue all the way up around the edge and make sure you put your tree at the very bottom of your page like that. Right there at the bottom. Now these extra pieces we can turn into some of the branches. So I could have a big branch there. I could put a branch up here. Maybe add a branch down there. So we're just taking our leftover paper and making some branches up at the top. Then I'm going to put the glue on the back and glue these branches to my tree. Make sure you get it all the way down. Perfect. Okay. Now I have my colorful background and I have my tree trunk with branches. Now the main part of this is creating circles. And so I'm going to take some bright colored squares of paper and I'm going to show you how we turn our squares into circles. This square has 1, 2, 3, 4 pointy corners. We're going to take our scissors and get rid of that pointy corner by curving around the edge. So we said goodbye to that pointy corner. And I'm going, you can either curve your hand or you could turn the paper, but we need to turn it and say goodbye, pointy corner, and we curve it off. So I'm going to move my hand this way. Goodbye, pointy corner, and I turn and cut it off. Goodbye, pointy corner. And look at that. You took a square and turned it into a circle. So now you're going to take your glue stick and we're going to be gluing these circles all over our tree like leaves. So I take the next one. Goodbye, pointy corner. Goodbye, pointy corner. Goodbye, pointy corner. And the next one. So you can take your paper and just kind of turn it to get it rounded. Get rid of those edges. And glue that one on. And we're going to just fill our tree up with these. Now, sometimes I've had people that are not listening to the directions and they take this and they just kind of turn it like this. Well, what happens is we have a round piece, but look at all that leftover paper that gets wasted and thrown out. We don't want that. So I do not want to see anyone doing that. I want you to take your paper and only cut off the pointy corners to round them into a circle. So we round it. One, goodbye, pointy corner. Goodbye to this pointy corner. And we've got one more. Round it off. Now you have a nice big circle and we have barely any paper that has to be thrown in the trash. Take this and glue that one on. And we're gonna keep doing this with different colors all over our tree. Take off the pointy corners. Add the glue to the back. And glue your round leaf to your tree. Take a color of paper, get rid of that pointy corner. Add your glue. Add it to your tree. And we're just gonna kind of fill it up with these circle leaves. Okay, now that we have our circle leaves everywhere, we're going to make those concentric circles, which means they have another one inside of there and inside of there, and they keep getting smaller and smaller. So now I have some slightly smaller squares, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take my square and get rid of that pointy corner. Goodbye, pointy corner. Goodbye, pointy corner. Goodbye, pointy corner. And now it's slightly smaller and fits right inside the other one. So we're just gonna keep giving these a round shape. Goodbye to these pointy corners. And then we're gonna put these round ones inside the other ones with a different color. Goodbye, pointy corners. Giving these that round shape. And they fit right inside. And so I'm gonna take my glue stick and I'm gonna stick that down on here, like this. So we're putting a smaller circle inside the first circle. And we're gonna just keep doing that. We're gonna take a color, say goodbye to those pointy corners. And then we're going to add some glue and stick that inside one of the first circles. So we're gonna keep going until every circle has a smaller circle inside. All right, now we've got big circles with little circles of a different color inside. And now we're gonna take an even smaller circle, say goodbye to those pointy corners, and add another layer inside. So then I can put this one on there, and now I've got those concentric circles going where we have the different layers of color. So I'm gonna take this one, get rid of those pointy corners. Goodbye, pointy corners. Turn it into a circle and add it to the center of a different circle. So we're gonna keep doing this as well. We're gonna turn these little squares into little circles. We're getting really good at making circles. And we're just gonna keep adding these inside. Get rid of those pointed corners. And add a center. And we're gonna do this to every single leaf. All of our circle leaves are going to have 3 layers of circles now, which looks amazing. So I just have a few more to finish. These concentric circle leaves are looking so cool on our trees. I love the look we're getting. So if you wanted to be finished, you could be finished, or you could even try to challenge yourself and make an even tinier circle to go inside some of these. You don't have to do that, but it could look really neat to add just one more layer of color to your picture. So you could just make a little bit of a smaller circle if you want, and just kind of finish these off. And you can try different places and see where they look the best. And we're just gonna add some extra little tiny circles to finish our picture. These are looking so cool. Look at all those circles. So we're gonna glue those down and then we're done with our leaves. That looks amazing. One last thing we could do to fix up our picture is we have our tempera paint sticks, and we can open up these tempera paint sticks and add some grass underneath our tree. So we just kind of, they look like a glue stick, but they have paint. And we can just add that texture. So just lines going up, and we can put a little bit underneath the tree as well. Adding that grass. And I like to layer the colors, so I put a little of the light green and then I open the dark green. And we can add some of that on the top. That looks amazing. We even have some different colors, so if you wanted to add some little dots of color down here to be flowers in the grass, you could do that too. And then you have one amazing finished concentric circle tree. I can't wait to see the one that you create.